I'm talking to a person out there that has been single for a long time. This person is doing well all by themselves, but perhaps this person thinks about relationships, right? About having someone, right? But there's a lot of caution in today's society, right? So the Ace of Cups is here saying that you might want to rethink things if you want to. It's really up to you. You've been alone for a while, and there's a new possibility of, this energy if you want to accept it. It's up to you. Most people are here. We're apathetic with relationships, but guess what? The Wheel of Fortune is here saying that things are going to change from this energy to possibly this energy if you wish to, okay? If you want to. So let's see if we can get a little bit more information about you. Well, you're thinking about family or have been thinking about family, but in today's market is very hard. I totally understand. You know, right now most people are just sticking to themselves because sometimes it's not worth it. Even though you want a family, the people around you haven't really been taught to be in a relationship. Right now most women are happy being single, and that's great for them, but nobody's really taught them to be wives. They're out there being friendly with everybody, and if that's what they want to do, go ahead, do whatever you want to do, no big deal. But this is what's holding off a lot of people in society, is the fact that most of these people out there are quick to leave you as soon as things get tough upstairs in their mind. As soon as things become a little uncomfortable, they leave, right? And that's just the energy I get here, right? Yeah, you know, they they could be in this energy, but yet they move rather quickly. They do have a lot of demands about being with them and this and that, but it's just the energy is not reciprocated as far as the investment. You know, this could represent uh, a child, a new beginning in relationships. It's really up to you, right? Let's see what we get. This could also be self love for yourself, because the King of Cups could also have the tendency to always be thinking about emotional relationships, right? About relationships in general. It could be relationship with others as friends, or, the opposite sex, right? A lot of people, would like to be with someone in theory, right? Perhaps you have a lot of peace in your life. A lot of men right now have peace and quiet, and that's very hard to give up to a person that most likely is playing games not only with herself but with others. There's a lot of problems right now with filters. China just pretty much had to get involved with these influencers that look nice on camera because of all these filters. And I totally understand that a lot of people aren't who they say they are, but right now you're sitting in this energy, and I'm happy for you. You know, I'm also in this energy, right? I'm also celebrating, my life, what I do. I'm single. I enjoy being single because I get to be myself, and it seems like you are doing the same thing too, so good for you. There's always room to grow with the Ace of Wands, right? We can go in any direction. We don't really have an anchor. We don't really have to think about someone else, whether you're a man or a woman. You're in this energy where you can do whatever you want. And that is what's great about our society right now, that anybody can do what they want. They can love themselves or choose to love others, but this here, might be good news for someone out there, right? Someone that does want to find love. And I encourage you to do so. Just be smart about it, because people can be tricky. This energy, a lot of us can, know that we are as a society in this energy, because we're like, yeah, I don't think I want to deal with all these shenanigans, right? Right? A lot of people could be looking amazing out in public. They seem to have everything together, but underneath everything, things could change, because a lot of people do want to have family relationships, children and everything else, but not many people have taught to really invest, because even though people want long-term relationships, it's the day-to-day that gets to people. They have these illusions, whether men or women, of how life is supposed to go, but it really never really goes that way, because not many people have taught to stay together. So any kind of chaos for certain part of society enjoy chaos, and then when they bring chaos into this energy, it's a sudden change for someone. You know, you lose a lot. Cops get involved. Society gets involved. And you know what? I don't blame you. You can choose to do whatever you want. But the card here is saying that it's time for change. There's ups and downs and things like that in life. So, what else can we get with this? Let's see. Yes, you are being called to be responsible, right? To be responsible, to walk away from things that no longer serve you, whether it's people, places, or things. You are called to take charge of your happiness or your life, regardless if you are in a relationship or you want to be in a relationship with someone. You have to understand that you have to look at their behavior, not what they say. Watch what they do. Again, this could be a good move for you, but ultimately it's up to you. So far, the energy here is saying that yes, it is a possibility for you to find love, to find someone, but you have to understand that ultimately you are the most important thing in that relationship. There will be a celebration, there will be a gathering, there will be a victory if you choose to put someone in your life. You've been single probably for a while, you've probably have um, thoughts of having children, right? Things, that will definitely transform your life, and maybe that's something that you don't want to do, right? Because the uh, ten of swords is about an ending, deep wounds, ruin. Yeah, and it could ruin your life. And I totally understand. Having kids nowadays can be that energy, right? And the thing is, you don't want to be in this energy, right? Because you're most likely this person, right? You're a good person that wants to have relationships, a good relationship with yourself and others around you. But if you got to get into this energy, why even bother? So I understand why you're in this energy, right? So this message for someone out there, I hope you are picking up what I'm putting down, and I wish you the best. And remember, keep yourself first. Keep your money, your home, your life in order. And if someone wants to come around and be cool, then awesome. If not, kick rocks, and I will see you in a later video.